Hello and welcome, I'm MLQ, and this is Slime Rancher. So this is a game I've been playing, or I've been meaning to play for a while. I bought it because it finally came out. It's a version, now it's version 1.01C, so I guess they updated it within the last few days, or last day or two. Yeah, so I've been wanting to play this game on the channel. I played it personally. I've played it for roughly 12 hours, so I've got a little bit of a handle on how the game works. I've gotten pretty far in the other game, but I'm not going to spoil anything, but I just want to get in and make you guys the best ranch. So, 1,000 years later, 1,000 light years away from Earth, on a planet known as the Far Far Ranch, Beatrix LeBeau begins her first day as a slime rancher. So yeah, and so as you into the game, it teaches you how to move and stuff. I am going to go and see if I can just suck up some slimes, but hop and sprint. I'm using a controller instead of using like the traditional mouse and keyboard, just because, mainly because I don't like using the keyboard, to be absolutely honest. Cool, you guys can go in there, but yeah, and you can do that, and you can shoot, which I just did. I need like 10 of you. Not like all 10 of you. That's good. I find 10's a good number. And I need some fruit. Taste of food. I also need plorts. I need lots of plorts for this game. So if you don't know anything about this game, you basically find these like pink they're not all pink, but you find these like glob-like creatures, which is, you know, weird. But you find these like glob-like creatures, and I only need 8 of you, and you basically like run around, and yeah, I got it. Do you want me to like shoot one out? Is that? I'm wondering. There it is. Okay, I was wondering why the thing was still there. But you run around and you collect these like creatures, and then you try to basically breed them so that you can make plorts, which is like their poop. It's like plort ploop. Sorry, I had yogurt before I started recording and it's in my throat now. But you basically just run around and you grab like fruit and stuff, and then you make the plorts poop stuff for you, so that you can like plort it up and get some money, and the plorts like can turn into new bucks. But we'll get there. We'll get there. This game was early access for a while. I didn't want to play it when it was early access because I had, like I don't like playing games that are, incomplete, or like don't have an end point. And I mean, like, this game technically doesn't end because you can go on forever with it, but it has a story now, and it has like an overarching arc. These are maps. So you get that, and then it reveals the area map for you, which is really cool. That's about it for those. And then you can access your map by picking the D-pad in the rightmost direction. You can also answer your Slimepedia, which just has all information about the entire game. This guy is really fun. I'm not going to feed him yet, but he's going to eat anything, so I'll probably just bring him whatever fruits or whatever I have left over. But yeah, we gotta go get more plorts so that we can make money and then basically just keep expanding. Oh look, I got a message from Casey. Casey is like your friend lover. Not really sure exactly what he is. Ow, that hurt. Oh, that hurt some more. But yeah, he's like your friend lover who will message you from time to time and be like, hey, how you been? I miss you. I love you. And it's like, oh, that's so adorable. But we'll get there too. Cool. We have enough plorts now. I can only carry 20 right now. I think the max you can carry is 50, but I might be wrong on that because I haven't truly played through the whole game. You vacuumed a plort. Shoot it here. Is that what you want? There's 10 of them. Pink plorts. Let's get $200 more. Boom. And can I afford an auto feeder yet? I want an auto feeder because then you can... Actually, I don't want 10 of you in here. I only want 5 of you in here because I don't have high walls and you all jump on top of each other to get out. Forgot about that. No, it's not a way I can go. I need to go get plorts. Oh, actually, I can just feed them and get plorts. There. Eat food. I need, like, plorts from you all. I'm not 100% sure how the auto feeder works because it like feeds them at certain times during the day. I think you can pick how many times a day, but then I don't know. It's just very strange. Hey, more plorts. I don't want those. I don't want the slime now. Cool. All right, let's go. Going on an adventure. Yeah, I already know how the market works. I know how this whole game works. Can I skip tutorial? But, no, I'm not gonna skip tutorial. Auto feeder. Cool. So what the auto feeder does is you go here and you like feed it the stuff and then it'll basically just eat all your food for you. Yeah. So this game is basically... Oh, let's go read the message from Casey. But, you've learned the fundamentals now. It's time to go out there and explore. Thanks, game. Thanks for letting me play. But yeah, so now, we've got 2 messages. Welcome, Miss LeBois. The 7Z Corporation would like to welcome you to the Far Ranch. Welcome, and extend our support in our bold new adventure as Slime Rancher. As your bold new adventure as Slime Rancher. Support extended. That's kind of funny. We would also like to request that you exercise caution in the first few days on the ranch. Until you get more familiar with your surroundings, traveling at night is not advisable. Lastly, you should acquire an additional tool for your fat pack or items to make your Slime Ranch experience easier. The Z Corporation would be pleased to provide them to you from the local shop just outside your ranch house. The Z Corporation provides the tools you need to get the job done for us for a small fee. Yeah, so they're not like evil, but they're like I hope they were evil. I hope they're like eviler. Rise and shine from Casey. Hi, Bay, or B, B, Bay. I don't know. I'll call her B. Hi, B. What's it like to sleep for a whole year? Did you dream? I can't imagine what it's like. The 7Z puts you in a pod and then lights out for that time. Wow. What's the Far Ranch like? Have you started exploring? Is the air as clear as they say? I bet it's really beautiful. I'm probably asking too many questions. I bet you have a lot of work to do on the ranch. I still can't believe it's yours now. I guess I better leave you to it and just keep it short. Good luck. Good luck, B. If anyone can make it out there, it's you. Oh, well, that's really sweet. So yeah, there's a sleep to morning option, which I did kind of glossed over, but you can sleep until 6 a.m. and then you kind of like the ranch will like do all its auto feed stuff and whatnot, and you'll be just kind of like, I slept for 6 hours, or I slept till whatever. And if you pass out, you've passed out for a whole day. So like if you pass out, say it's 6:01, you'll sleep until 6 the next day. But if you pass out, say like, you'll pass out and you'll go an entire 24 hours and then another whatever until that day is done. So you pass out for like 2 whole days if you pass out, or pass out is like dying, or your HP hits 0, or you fall off like the cliff or something. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked. I'm not. Don't quote me on it until it happens, and then I'll be like, yeah, see, I was right, or I was wrong. I don't want Tammy's. Actually, I could use Tammy's. I'll get Tammy's. I want... Tammy, you can't eat that. Tammy's only eat meat. So when they have, like, fruit in their mouth, they're, like, joshing with you. Oh, I skipped over something super important at the beginning of the game. I'm sorry. I ran past it because I've run past it so many times now. Let me go back and get to it. These are new. Oh, I'm nowhere near where I thought I was near. But yeah, if you haven't played the game before, it's fun. It's definitely, it's an experience. You gotta like go out and like try it yourself. But it's definitely a game I would recommend to people, especially people who kind of like, definitely people who liked, Stardew Valley, that game, because that game is not reminiscent of this game because they're not anything similar, but like it kind of has that same like overall like we want to be the best at this particular thing. But anyway, these things are all around and they're from the previous owner. Hello, Beatrix. My name's Hudson Twiddler. Twigglers? Yeah, Hudson Twigglers. Rancher Explorer and the former owner of this here ranch, as you now call your own. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I was a rancher for more years than I can remember, and I felt that there was one last adventure left in me, so I set off to find just that. But before I go, I'm taking one last tour around this here land, so I can keep your peepers peeled for notes like these if you want to hear what an old coat has to say every now and again. Be talking to you, H. So that's really cool. Like, I like that there's even like this was owned by somebody at some point and then he left because reasons. And like maybe there's more to that story or maybe there's not. Like, maybe it's just, some old guy who was like, hey, I'm just tired of living on a ranch and I'm just gonna, move back home and see my kids, or maybe it's something more grander. Who knows, right? I love that it included that in the game. The reason I said that is because they're all over the place, and I wanted to read the first one first. But here, this cave entry, the entire cave system was sealed off from a cave-in when I first discovered it. Maybe that's why the fellas up ahead are so grumpy. They haven't had a bite in a long time. In any case, don't let the long-awaited bite come from your own rump. Bring some food to calm them down. So if you go into here, there's like these skull and crossbones, and they're all over the place. Well, not all over the place, but they tell you like up here is aggressive slimes, like known to be aggressive slimes. So when you go into them, you sort of want to run. But then I come to this thing, and it says I need a slime key. But what's a slime key? Well, we'll find out what that is too. But basically, you get slime keys from feeding those giant cats. Remember that one big cat I showed off a second ago? Well, that's a grotto cat, or I think they're called grotto cats. Actually, I can look up what they're called. They are called, if it's in here, it's not in here. I will have to look it up again. I'll have to run into them again, and then it'll be like, that's a grotto cat. I think it's called a grotto cat. But anyway, I don't know why I said grotto cat like 6 times now. But it just means that actually, I'm going to run into one in a second. But, I had a great big tree like this one here, along the edge of my property back on Earth. It had been there before anyone could remember. It survived all kinds of changes around it, and then one day, I began to notice it was dying. It wasn't anything unnatural, it was just its time, I suppose, and then I realized that if I didn't do something, I'd end up like that tree. I'd spend my whole life in the same place. I wasn't going to let that happen, so I bought a ticket for the Far Far Ranch the very next day. So that's kind of cool. I didn't mean to get hurt. There is another grotto cat over here. See? Hey, give me information about this guy. Tabby Gordo. Gordo? Not a grotto. Gordo. Gordo cats. Like big cats. But anyway. It's getting late in the day, like in the game, not like in life. I mean, it's probably getting late in life too. So these things are gross. These are called tars, the tar, and they spawn when, so like these creatures eat plorts to, become like these big. These things, like this is a pink cat, and this is a pink whatever. To become that though, they eat their own plorts or eat the other person's plorts. so because of that, if they were to eat like 3 plorts, if they were to eat another plort after they've already eaten a plort, they turn into these gross things, and they can divide, and they can like do whatever. But if you put them in water, they die. Oh yeah, they die if you put them in water, and then they also die if you just throw them. I'm gonna die though if I don't get out of here, so I'm just gonna leave it to it. But these seem to also work themselves out. Like, you never have to really do much to get that way, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's the tar. I'm gonna get back to my ranch. I'm gonna deposit these plorts, and then I'm gonna cut back to being here just a little later into the game. Probably after I set up a garden, and after I've set up, maybe before I set up a garden, like right before I set up a garden, and right before I finish the auto feeders and stuff. Just so I can show off some more things, but also because it just takes a while to do a lot of stuff, and it's not truly that interesting to watch me deposit plorts and then run back and get more plorts and then deposit plorts and then run back and get more plorts. So yeah, I will see you guys in... Oh, sorry. So yeah, that's all the time I have. I didn't know if I made that clear when I first started doing the, like, I'll see you guys next time. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and it'll be fun. But yeah, so I'll come back with more done and more, like, just, you know, stuff. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. So if you guys like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode.